told the radio guy from Miami, here we go. You know, we're not going to. We're going to find out fast. We're going to play a very, very good team in Miami. They're a team that's probably been together now. This is going to be the third year where they really haven't had many changes. You know, starting from the net out, and they're a talented group, and we're looking forward to heading out.
Are they particularly strong in one area, or just
I
real
think
well balanced?
They've got it all. The defensive core is strong. I'm sure they're going to use both goaltenders. They've been rotating for the last couple of years. Up front, you know, the top three centers are seniors with a lot of experience, very talented. They're a very balanced team. They're a good team. And I think they and BC are very, very similar, and obviously they were the two teams that everybody felt were the teams that won it last year.
I was just going to ask, sometimes teams have sort of an identity. Is there something you associate with Miami? You know, either a style of play or the way they approach things?
You know, I would say Miami, and I'll make a comparison to teams in our league. You know, they're at Boston College, they're at Boston University. They'll play that way. They get skill. They'll play physical. You know, defensively, they're strong. So they got. I don't think they have any weaknesses, but the way that they play, that's their style. That's how they play. I mean, they're not a team that's, you know, they get trapped. They're going to just play the game. They're going to go up and down and forecheck, back check here, and move the puck. And they're a very good hockey club. They're well coached. You know, Enrico I was just telling the radio guy, I think he's been around, what, 11, 12 years? It seems like he's been around 20. He's one of the top guys in it. He does a great job with the program. The atmosphere out there is tremendous. I've never been out there. They've got the new arena, and they say it's terrific. So I'm excited to go out there.
Coach, how important is this out of conference games, considering last year's record out of conference?
Well, you know what? We went through this last year, and obviously we didn't have a very good out of conference, and you know, we still ended up winning the regular season and qualifying for the NCAA tournament. But it is an opportunity to play the best teams in the country, to help you with your power ratings in the NCAA tournament. Hopefully we can win our share of non-league games, and that all being said, you know, hopefully we win, but if we don't, it helps make you a better team. There's no question when you play real good teams, like a Miami, like a Michigan, like Cornell. You know, I think we got a great group of seniors and the leadership, and I'm always big on leadership. Mike Sislo, I think, is going to be a terrific captain. He's already proved that with his team in the locker room as well as on the ice. You know, Thompson and DeSimone, those are his line mates. They're guys that have been through a lot, so they've got a lot of experience. And back on defense, Campanelli and Beck have played enough now that they're experienced defensemen. But so the nucleus of the team, I think, is a solid group with some experience and skill. The question mark always is the underclassmen, and I think I say this every year to you people. It's not about the freshmen. I think we've got a good freshman group, and I never talk about individuals until they earn it. But it's a good group. We're excited about them. You know, we got a couple of defensemen, a couple of forwards, and a goaltender. But it's last year's freshmen, Spielman, Block, Henryon, Hardaway, the guys like that, and how quickly they fill those roles that are vacated through graduation, and when you have to step up and become the second line and the second set of defense. And right now, I like the way that they're playing, and this weekend they'll have an opportunity to play those roles against a very talented team.
Guys excited, you think?
Yeah, I think we're all really excited here to get it going. It's been a long preseason. Once we get to school, we start up. So, I mean, we've been focusing on this game, and everybody's been looking forward to a big out-of-conference game against Miami for a while now. Looking back to last year, it's been something we've been looking forward to as a senior class. It set the tone early, and it's going to be a good competition and see where we're at.
I think out of Saturday's exhibition, did you get a feel for much of the team, or do you have a good feel for the team going forward?
I think we show that we move the puck really well. I thought we still obviously got a few things to figure out, but this has been our first real week of practice together, so that's expected. I think we have depth from lines 1 through 4. I think our top 3 lines will be able to provide scoring every night, so I think our defense is back. We had 6 guys that played last year and had a good impact for us, and I think they're going to do a great job again this year. As a team, I think we just obviously didn't get the result we wanted, but for our first real day together, I think we played pretty well and just fix a few minor things and we should be all right.
Paul, you mentioned that you think you've got 3 lines that can provide scoring every night. Is that sort of the thing that separates the good teams from the really good teams?
I think so. I mean, we have 4 lines that whoever's going to play in our top 12 forwards, that's where we have a lot of depth. So I think that it's the thing that separates the teams from the top and the bottom is having 4 lines that can play with anybody, play against anybody's other line, shut them down if that's their role. Just obviously having as many guys be able to contribute and put the puck in the net is going to be a huge help for
You
our
have a
team.
very difficult schedule going into the season. Do you guys find that to be an advantage to get them out of the way and to kind of see what you're up against? Or
I think so. It's definitely going to be a tough test, but I think we got 3 of the top 5 teams in the country right off the bat here, so it's obviously going to be a very good test, but I think we look at it as if we come out of it with about 500 record, a couple wins, and hopefully even better than that, then we're going to be considered one of those teams, and it's obviously going to help us towards the end of the year, national tournament, but our focus right now is just on Miami, and they're obviously one of the best teams in the country going into the year, and we're just looking forward to taking them on this weekend.
What do you look for out of them? Obviously, they've been pretty successful the last couple of years. They were pretty successful in this building last year.
Yeah, definitely. We definitely know going in there we got to be playing our best hockey right away. They're obviously ranked really high to start the season and well deserved. They've been in the Frozen Four the last 2 years, and we kind of know what we're going to get. We're going to get a hard team to play against, and they're offensively skilled, but they got a lot of defense returning and their goalies returning. So it's going to be a tough test for us, but I think we feel that we're confident enough to play with them if we play our best hockey.
Blake, your team has a bunch of people back as well.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think you'll be able to do in general terms and maybe specifics better this year because of that experience?
I think just in general this year, I think we got that confidence is up there. I mean, I think we know that our defense can play with anyone. I mean, I think we proved that with all 6 of our D, or at least 6 D returns from last year. You know, playing with significant time throughout the season, we all feel confident within each other, and we can play with any one of us. Can be out there on the ice, feel confident, and be the person.
like you're going in as the #1 scoring leader against these guys. What have you found? What's made you so successful? I mean, they had the goalie as the Player of the Year last year for the CCHA and best defensive defenseman. What's made you so successful against them?
I don't know really. To start out the year last year, it was just kind of one of those things that happened, and I think a lot of my points came off that top line last year with Butler, DeSimone, and Thompson. But obviously, I think that top line this year is going to be one of our key contributors. All seniors. I think Cicelo can fill in for Butler just like they did last year at that top line. I think we won't really have an issue with that. So I think those guys will really help, and the forwards that we got this year create a lot of open space for their defensemen. And I think just getting up in the plays, in a smart situation like I did last year will help. All 3 of us being back, it was kind of special, and we actually worked out together every day and got to skate quite a few times in the summer. So it was really competitive again, of course, but it was a lot of fun just being home with those. She is the little sister is kind of the little workout phenom, so we kind of got to make sure we keep up with that one. But I think Phil and I put a real big emphasis this summer on working out. I mean, she's always had that great work ethic, and she's always kind of been on her own little program with doing her stuff. But me and Phil really wanted to step it up this year and come back in shape, both of us. And I think this summer was really good for both of us to work hard and have our full 3 months this summer to train.
Being a big brother, seeing her perform that well her first weekend over in Minnesota, how does that make you feel?
It's good. I mean, obviously I'm proud of her and happy that she's off to a good start, but she knows that she's got a long way to go still, and you try to just calm her down a little bit and not let it affect her game. But we're really excited for her to just kind of get those first couple games out of the way too.